muscles that are important to stretch because they can oftentimes shorten with sitting all day at the desk are our quadriceps and hip flexor muscles. So that group of muscle, or those group of muscles, are going to attach from the front of what we call the iliac crest and the front part of the femur or thigh bone, and they will come down. They cross the knee joint by going and attaching to the patellar tendon, and then ultimately inserting into the tibial tuberosity. So when those muscles contract, they're going to flex the hip and they're going to extend the leg. So for us to stretch that, we want to bring the hip into extension. And you can use a wall or a chair for balance. This will have to be done from a standing position. So when we're doing this, remember, they originate up here and insert down here. So when we go into this stretch, sometimes we think, oh, I'll just get the heel to my behind, and that really does nothing. The hip is actually still in flexion. So there's been no stretch to that muscle. The other thing is sometimes we bring the back into extension and we don't change the angle of the hip, and again, there's still no stretch to that muscle group. So think about this angle changing, and if it helps to think about bringing the bottom of your foot towards the ceiling, that would be good. And just kind of hold that for about 20 seconds. That stretch should be felt in through this area and in the muscle belly about mid-thigh. So if we were to hold that about 20 seconds, that's going to be a good hip flexor stretch, and I think it's an important thing to do periodically throughout the day, particularly if you have a desk job.